Hello, everybody. Here we are again.
Yeah,
Our
hi.
Friday, yes.
I
My
see
name is
Bri.
Arlene Arnold, and this is Leslie Romine, and we just have so much fun coming on and working with colors with you, working with the luminaries. Um, and I was just telling Leslie a little bit about one of the things that happened for me using some of the tools that we've been doing. So I may talk about that, but boy, do we have a jam-packed day today. So Leslie, anything you want to say before we get started here?
Oh, no, just great to see people coming in and looking forward to this. And I think we're going to get some really good tips today about how to work with the new energies because they certainly are here.
Hey, I see Talisa's here. Welcome, Talisa.
Yes, Lisa.
Yay, 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 yay. And Will, of course, thank you. And
Winter Rain.
Grace and Winteray.
Yeah.
All right, let's go. Here we are. All right, so first we're going to start with what's in November. Even though today is the last day of October, we are moving to November. So here, take a look at this is what our theme is for November. Reset your vision through the color consciousness of magenta. And I'm going to show you a little bit later how you can get in and get on the newsletter if you aren't already on there. And I did a meditation on magenta that is, I think, really helpful. It grounds you and it also expands you and gives you a different vision. And then Dodie, who does crystals for us, she has a wonderful crystal meditation in the newsletter. So I'm really going to suggest that you make sure that you are taking the newsletter and be sure to go there and use that. Okay, so this is reset your vision through the color consciousness of magenta. So the first thing we're going to do is let's skip down and go to magenta first, Leslie. And this is a picture that we used in the leadership group, and it spoke to us. So this also is something that you will find in the newsletter, is this picture that you can use to meditate with. So what I was getting is the for November, it's the strength of magenta, and what I was getting was powerful transmutation. Now, transmutation has to do with transforming energy, but it's more than that. It's like taking whatever this is over here as energy, and what's over here is completely different. It transmutes it. So what I found in the color cards book is this powerful transmutation is one of the uh, subtitles in the chapter on magenta. So when magenta is your strength, you act as a transmuter of negative energy. You neutralize situations in which many emotions are running amok. Others are drawn into the love you emit. As you focus your intention on the magenta flower, you absorb this transmuting energy. Your own frequency rises because of the purifying nature of magenta. Others feel loving compassion that shines from your personal energy flow. So this is one of the most important things to work with this month, is this energy of magenta, because you and I are going to be running into energies that it's heightened emotion, or it's just energies that you can feel are not in alignment with what the earth and the source is taking us to. So, oh, and one other thing, and this is in the newsletter too, is that in this month, and I'll tell you later too why this is important as well. But there is a PowerPoint that's not a PowerPoint. What is it? A point of power that is on the 1111. It's like a portal, and we're going into a whole different energy. And then it goes to the 21st of November, which is the winter solstice. So in there, I also put in the newsletter, I put a link to more information about that. But I really think this is important for us to really pay attention to what is happening in terms of the energy around us and the power of that energy.
Yes, yes. I love just staring at this. I was thinking I could, we did when we were first working together. We talked about, can you imagine going into a room that is just one color? And I can imagine going into a room of this color. It's like I would love that right now.
Yeah.
Just because it does transmute, and it's
Yeah.
just got all that beautiful pink and red in it.
And in this flower, you can almost see like a face.
Yeah.
It's kind of a really what it looks like to me is a happy face, and it's like has a smile, a side, it's a sideways smile. So anyway, there is a consciousness in this flower and the magenta that's in the flower. So we can work with that.
Yeah.
So what else did you find in the strengthened magenta?
The part that really stuck out was the transmuter part. And we did have this exercise that you could use with the was a dream catcher that's above your head, and you imagine it as magenta, and you bring it down over your body and down all the way through. And I wish I had remembered that, because I had an episode this week I'm making it big, but I had an interesting occurrence where there was misunderstandings going on. And, I found some tension and some worry and all that kind of thing coming up about it. But, it's the magenta thing began to calm me down. And anyway, I'm really reminded of what a good transmuter that is today. So I'm grateful.
Well, and I'm glad you mentioned that, because I want to tell people that what it is, it's like you might even see it as a tennis racket, where it has these strings that are going back and forth, and it's such that it's flat over your head, and then you bring that down through your body, and you could do that, bring it down through a situation, anything that you want to have energies that are not in alignment, you want those to be transmuted. You just bring them down through there with the magenta. You can also, if you want, have one set of strings be magenta and the other one's lime green, because those are complementary colors, and they really work well together to bring about more of a sense of knowing your own power, but also understanding that magenta can be with you, and you can have your own sense of your power, soul power in there as well. So that's really, really good one. All right, so let's move on to the luminary for this month of November, and it's spheres of intention. And what I had, by the way, it's numbers 10 and 12. And what I picked out from the book, and then I added some things. So Choose the direction of your life from your deepest desires. So you're going into your soul desires. Synchronistically, this force draws others to you, creating groups of similar intention. So if you look in the center here, that is where you are. And then as you put out this energy, you attract others in the second ring. And then those draw out more from in the outer ring. So, so this focus draws others to you, creating groups of similar intention. Now, manifest your desires, those desires that come from your soul. And we are manifestors. Remember that we are born from the divine manifester. So we have that in us. Okay, and then what I put was something that Will had said at our leadership meeting, and he might want to put on there a little bit of explanation about it, but it's unbending intention. I love the energy of that. And so what I said is, what is your unbending intention? Because when you have a soul intention, that is so strong because it's something you came in with. It's something that you navigate through life with. And so what is your unbending intention? It comes from your soul desire. Then as you are nudged into action, move step by step. Notice conversations you have, people you meet, ideas that come to you. You will attract this because of your unbending intention. In other words, conversations you have, Leslie, you've talked a lot about how you meet people in the grocery store, and it's meant to be.
Yes.
And sometimes we just don't pay attention. But if we pay attention, we say, I wonder what that was about. Your inner self will tell you, because there was something there, because it seemed so not normal, or it seemed so connected somehow. So maybe you want to say more about that.
Yeah, I had another one this week at the grocery store. I don't know. It must be my place to connect with people. I don't know. At least when I'm out and about. Yeah, and yeah, I sometimes wonder about that, about who you run into and when you run into them, and that kind of stuff. But I do tend to notice the synchronicities that come up, and isn't that interesting? And my another friend says she uses the phrase I wonder," and she said that takes her out of trying to decide what it is right at that moment.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it's a great practice to just be curious. Be curious about that, and what does it mean to you, and tune into that. So I think that's very helpful. And it seems, I don't know, it seems like there's lots of synchronicities happening right now, if one is looking for it or paying attention to that.
I agree. And I really appreciate that Will brought that in unbending intention. He calls it unbending intent. But that has just struck a chord with me. So I've been working with that. Okay, so from today through November 6th is our current week. So we're working with the energies of the luminary spheres of intention, and we're also working with the color card, the color magenta, for the month. And then very specifically, we're working with a luminary and a color for this week. And then when we do the individual readings, we are working with you with a color card and a luminary. And so it's kind of like you might want to look at how all of these energies seem to be working together, because they will be showing you things about your life that you may not have really understood. So here we go. And this is Simply self. I love the colors here. I love the idea of simply self. I read this so many times for myself. Um, this is just part of what is in the book. Simplify, simplify, simplify. Make room for clarity of thinking and feeling, which allows pearls of wisdom to emerge from deep within. Now, do you see the pearls in here? Those are pearls of wisdom. And it's a pretty simple design. It kind of gives us an idea of what it feels like to have something that's simple and powerful, and reminding us to not overcomplicate things, to be able to just use this idea of simply self to stay present. And, the other thing is, this is a time to let go of things in your space. Let go of thoughts, let go of any kind of patterns, like uh, things that you do that aren't really in alignment, and then also actually things things in this your where you live. Is there something that you've never used and probably never will? Move that out so that it can bless somebody else. And what you're making room for is these pearls of wisdom. And you will end up feeling like the energy in your space moves better because there's not as much for it to bump into. So, and then the other thing that came to me out of this is when we have come to neutral, so the emotions are in a way past things that we had emotions about become neutral. We can remember that, but we don't feel the angst of whatever that was. So when we have come to neutral, we can be in the midst of emotional energy without taking it on. Simply self helps us to keep it simple instead of adding to the mayhem that extreme emotions can create. I want to say that once more because this is so important at this time.
Yeah.
Simply self helps us to keep it simple instead of adding to the mayhem that extreme emotions can create.
Yeah, I'm glad you read that again. Coming to neutral is, allowing yourself to go through that process of making that room for clarity. I mean, sometimes it takes a little bit to get clear about, what you want and what you're seeing and what you're receiving, and let it, especially if it's, kind of upsets you or is concerning to you, then you need some time to clear and get your thoughts back together and think about, isn't this curious? And I wonder what that was about. And even when you know what that's about, it's like, how do I work with this? So
And
when you
go deeper with it because, or even work with magenta to help you go deeper, because this is a time when we are expanding and evolving. And in order to do that, we have to be willing to go deep and to take some of the things that we're working with and say, okay, if there was more, what would it be? And allow that to come forward.
Yeah.
All right, the next thing is orange, and this is the lesson in orange. I thought this would be appropriate for
Today.
that we're in. But what I picked out from the book was closing down, because that's one of the lessons, closing down. And this is part of what is in there. Your trusting, vulnerable nature can find the world a difficult place in which to live. And all of you have trusting, vulnerable nature. That's just what is true of people that are intuitive, is we come in this very childlike place, and we find that people take advantage of that. And so we have to learn discernment about how to take care of ourselves. Um, but this whole thing about it being difficult to live with is this is especially true at this time, because every day there's something else, you know. Um, and then it's in this same place in the book, it says, it is time to reclaim your sensual feeling nature. Don't push it away. Don't close it down. You know, allow yourself to feel that. But this time, bring your capable, practical, aware self along with you. Can you feel the power of that? You know, you have soul power, you have capabilities that you've created and or been brought to you, and you have a practical side of you that gets what's going on in the world. You don't even have to be a part of it, but you get it. And then your aware self, so your intuition is part of that too. So that way you will be able to take care of yourself without having to shut down. That's so, I'm going to read that again because it's so important. You will be able to take care of yourself without having to shut down. So you can still feel, and yet you don't have to shut down from what you feel, because you're not taking on somebody else's stuff. And the same thing can happen. Peter and I watched a series, and oh my gosh, it was like so many things happening that were, you know, and we don't usually watch that kind of stuff, but it had kind of an interesting story to it. And then I thought the last one, we were both disturbed by how it ended. And so last night I thought, oh, I hope I don't dream about this. And so what I did is I just took it and I said, okay, I'm taking it up to a higher place and it can just go. And I slept just fine. So, you know, you have to do that sometimes. You have to be aware of the energy and then do something. So,
True, true. Absolutely. I'm just going to take a second to just say it's fun to see new people here today. Marie, welcome. We're really happy to see you. Night Eagle, would you please, if you would like to have a reading, would you please put a name to yourself, like a personal name? That way we can identify who you are. I mean, just by your name. And also Redbird B, who just came in. Welcome to
nice.
both of you. So great to have you here.
Yeah, this is cool. Okay, the last part of what I wanted to offer with the orange is using orange and blue together gives you balance and harmony so that you can be present without being overwhelmed. So the orange is where we feel the emotions, but it's also where we are attuned to our senses. And that is in the belly area, goes from the waist down to the middle of the hips. And then the blue is in the throat area and includes the lower jaw and down kind of in front of the neck. And both of those are very creative centers.
Mhm.
And when they work together, it's like blue helps to bring the emotions into balance, and orange is one that helps to bring the creativity forward and to allow you to feel what's going on, because you want to enjoy this place we are on earth. I mean, there's so many things here in colors, you know, the beauty of the world that we live in, and that's really important. But you want to be able to go there and feel that you have harmony within yourself. So bringing those colors together, it's one of the things we do in our color therapy. And I'm going to be talking a little later about a program that's coming up that you might want to look at. Anything else you want to say about orange?
Oh, I was just going to reiterate your talking about how creative they are. And, as we've cleared things, the creativity can emerge from that, and just say, well, what can we create around this? And because we are creators, we can, you know, kind of say, yeah, I'm feeling this way, and I want it to be in harmony. And that orange and blue really, really brings a sense of harmony when it's working together. And yeah, and not being overwhelmed by it. Good.
Well, and
Good.
then the thing that I find is so interesting is that these colors, one of them is the masculine energy, and the other one is the feminine. The blue is the masculine energy because it's like the creator. It has the action to it, and the orange is the feeler, and that's more of the feminine energy, and that's another part of the harmony.
Mhm. Mhm.
All right. So we're going to go into announcements not right now. And I've done something for you that I hope will help. I am putting out here in the comments a bunch of links. So you can take, and if you're on a computer, you could take that and copy it so that you have it. Or last time people said that if they clicked on the link, that it was actually a live link. So I want to go through this because there's some really important things this month that are coming up. First of all, Color Course 200 begins on Tuesday, November 11th. And remember, that's an 11/11, and that's when this power time thing that, and I didn't even, and it's at 11 a.m. Pacific time. I didn't even think about that when I set the time. I was just trying to figure out a time that might work for everybody. And I know that some of you may be in other countries and the timing isn't going to work. But this course is set up so that you can do it on your own, and then we will be sending you videos from the actual live sessions that we do. And this link takes you to where you can learn more about this course. And I hope that link is the right one. Let's see.
Oh, we can see it for sure.
Yeah, okay. And then the other thing I want to say about Color Course 200 is that this is an opportunity. If you know about chakras, they're wheels of light. They have color in different parts of your body, and each of those colors has their own attributes. And in this course, we are going to show you how to enhance the colors that you have in your body and energy field by connecting in certain ways with the earth. And then, and also the energies of the cosmos are part of that too. And then the other thing is that these energies are ones that live in certain dimensions, like we're in the third dimension where things become solid and form. And so as you find out about these dimensions, you begin to understand these colors in a way that you may never have before. And what you're doing by being conscious of that is you're bringing that consciousness into each one of your chakras in your body and energy field. So I'm hoping that you will take a look at this because that link tells you more about it. And I also want to tell you that this is usually $299 because it's 6 weeks of classes and it's 9 modules. But what we've done is we have discounted that to $70. And that $70 not only gives you access to the course, it also gives you a subscription to our group called the Vortal. And this is the place where you will meet amazing people like you have here, you're meeting here. and ones that are so heart-centered. And the whole idea is there you get to know other people that you can feel safe with, that you can grow with, that kind of thing. And then for those who are already in the Vortal subscription group, it's $60 for you. So this is a great opportunity to do something for yourself. It's a great time of year to do this because of this power portal that we're in when we're doing this course. All right, then secondly, the cards that we're using are, let's see if I've got it. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, the next one is about the Vortal, I think.
Yes.
Okay. So that one you can go and see what the Vortal's about, and then you can sign you up there too. And the next one is about signing up for the newsletter. And I've told you a little bit today about what's in the newsletter. There are two amazing meditations, and it's packed with information. Dodie has done, she does a crystal every time, and this crystal that she has this month is so amazing. Then their next one is, that one is about signing up for the newsletter.
Oracle cards.
Yeah, oracle cards. Yeah. Okay. The oracle cards are the color cards that we work with that have a book and cards, and the luminaries that have a book and cards. And so those are, if you will use that link, that's where you can find them. And then you can go ahead and if you want, you can buy it as in a bundle, which gives you some discount. Okay, enough of the announcements, but I wanted you to know about this. I thought, well, now you have a chance to click on links and find out exactly what you want.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. We're ready for our reading.
Yes, we're ready for readings.
All right. Winter Ray is first up today.
Do we want to do just one color cards or luminaries, or do you want to alternate?
There are quite a few people here today. Let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 people.
Okay.
10 people. So I don't know. It's up to you.
I think it's easier for me if I just know that I'm going to do luminaries or color cards.
Okay, you do luminaries.
Okay. All right. I love luminaries. All right. Here we go. And this one is for who again? For
Winter Ray.
Winter Ray. Oh, Winter Ray. Here we go. There it is. Okay, this one is, we're going to get rid of this so that we can see here. Winter Ray, this one is Core Crucible. And Core Crucible is such an important one. And, we were talking about how magenta is a transmuter. Well, Core Crucible. I always put Core Crucible under my feet when I'm doing work on myself, because what that does is that gives me a place when I'm releasing things. It goes right into Core Crucible. And this is number 9 as far as the repetitions in here. So many of you may have some affinity to the numbers. And this is just, Winter Ray, this is the part that you really want to think about. Bring your grief and your hurt into the crucible. And, every time we release something, it may have a deeper piece that opens up for you. So this is the opportunity to go really deep in things that have hurt you or grief that you're still carrying. So bring your grief and your hurt into the crucible. Bring your doubts and your fears. The residue left from the drama of life is consumed, leaving only that which is fueled by passion and lived in joy.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful. All right. And your color card is Lesson in Blue. It says, speak your truth from deep within. In blue and orange, here we are. We just had talked about them being the creative part and the feminine, masculine aspects. So this is saying
orange in here. So
yeah.
I'm
So
gonna
it's saying, really, really do look at both of these,
so
this
it's the lesson in blue.
lesson.
Yeah. Okay. Mine doesn't quite have the right blue, but we'll see if we can get it close.
Yep. And the lesson in blue, when you speak your truth from deep within, it's like speak it to yourself. Speak that truth to yourself. Yes, I'm upset, or no, I'm fine, or sometimes we try to say, oh, it's not that important, but these things these days are very important for us to look at and just realize that this is here to help me grow. This is here to help me to manage and harmonize my energies within me so that I can be at peace, so that I can bring my special, beautiful energy to the matrix of this whole life and do my part. So, yeah, I'm getting speak your truth from deep within to yourself and to others.
And as you're wanting to do the harmonizing, one of the things that's really simple, since the blue is here, you're going to make a figure eight that goes down, and it goes down through your belly, which is the orange, back up through the blue. And you just keep visualizing that, or you can use your fingers. And what you're asking is for these cards to help harmonize those parts of your body.
Mhm. Great. The next person is Grace.
Okay, Grace. Whoops, there it is right away. Wow. I wonder if this is the one she got last time. Look at the magenta in there. That is
Mm.
so cool. All right. I am going to, Leslie will put this up. Yeah, thank you. And I'm going to tell you more about it. It's one of the things I love about this one. Oh, by the way, it's numbers 4, 8, and 16. But one of the things I like about it is it has crystalline beings that are part of the energy of this card. And I just the other day I called on the crystalline beings for something I can't remember now. I think it was for someone that I found out that was going through really tough stuff. And so they ask you to call on them. So I'm going to read that part so you can see what that means. So and I know that Grace, that you know about these beings. Um, Something to consider: from the place of crystalline octaves, carriers of the brilliant light of home offer to sprinkle your dreams with their wisdom and soften the land with your love. Call on them. They come to help you, they come to help inspire, transform, and reform this world through the vibrations of life. Okay, Grace, this is something you can do every day, and do it for yourself, for your family, for your friends, for the world. We want you to call on them. They come to help inspire, transform, and reform the world through the vibrations of life. I'm into that.
Beautiful. So your card is Strength in Lime Green. Strength in Lime Green. And it says powerful, heart centered. And gosh, there's so many things that you are in this, but it says through the yellow and lime green, you're mentally sharp, always practical and clear. You understand human motivations. Through the green, you integrate all you know with how you act. You open your heart without reservation, but never naively. You're dedicated to the good of all. You take good care of yourself and do not give away your energy or power. Do what you love, not what you should do. Your friends and family never take a back seat. You spend time doing what you value. I'm getting that this is a way to look at what you are doing and um, I'm just getting with crystal and that you're entering kind of a new octave of bringing that truth out into the world, and maybe more public about it, maybe more um, um, uh, focused on a certain area or areas. That's what I'm getting. But it's encouraging you to please bring that beautiful lime green forward. And it's there to help you and support you during this week.
I'm also getting, Grace, to go into meditation, and there is a space in your inner that is like a pyramid. I remember, well, I don't know exactly when it was in my life, but it came to me, and I would imagine going into that place and meditating, and the crystalline beings would like to meet you there, and the color lime green is what I'm seeing, crystals of lime green in that pyramid, and it's like, I don't know, it's like a certain point in your life right now, kind of what you were saying, Leslie, that going in there is you are allowing yourself to step up to what it is next.
Okay. Talisa is next.
All right. So Talisa has helped me with some videos for the course, and you all will be seeing them. All right, this is wonderful for her. Just hang on, I get to the right place here. This one is called Unfolding, Talisa. So look at all of the different sections in this, and in the very center of it, there's a crystal, and that is showing you all of the different things that are inside of you that are in the process of unfolding. And one of the things you might do, and I know you have the luminaries, is go into each of these sections and meditate with it and say, what are you trying to show me? What is it that's in this section of the picture? So let me just read one part here. Why is it not showing up? It said it's on 44. Oh, I'm going the wrong direction. That's why. Right. It says, there is so much more, Talisa, within your crystalline core than you yet know. It is time for your unfolding. One small step at a time is all it takes. And then this is one more piece. The universal crystalline core births many aspects of Source. Each carries the divine image, yet each is unique, bringing gifts and abilities needed in an unfolding world. And this is your piece of it, Talisa. And the more that you sit in meditation with that, the more you will understand what that is for you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Right, your color card is Lesson in Blue. Speak your truth from deep within.
We got a lot of that
A
today.
lot of blue this
Ooh.
time. So that's encouraging you to speak out and speak up in your unfolding self here. And the more you speak out your truth, it's like the more you will see this manifestation come back to you. And what we're manifesting your vision. And so that's what it's about. It's there to help you and support you and focus this week.
And all of that's in the creative area for you. So this is going to be really fun to see what happens to next.
Yeah, it is. Will is next.
Yay, Will. Well, this is interesting because we've been talking about magenta, and this one's called attunement. And it is a really important one. And I'm not going to necessarily read. I'm going to just tell you about it. Um, I can't. I lost my book here. Um, I wanted to see what it's the 3, 6, and 144. So that 144 is really important.
Mm.
So really, attunement means that it's time to take all of the bits and pieces and parts which can feel overwhelming or which can feel confusing, and take all of those and allow attunement to put them into some kind of a format that is how they are to come together, and they're actually working together. And it's like weaving a cloth with all of the different things that you are interested in, things that you're called to, people that you meet. All of that can be attuned into this beautiful woven cloth.
Wow. And to beautiful. I love the colors in that one. It's just so beautiful. Um, the color card with it is strength in pink.
Oh, that's lovely.
And remember, we often say that pink is very powerful, and it's the strength is to bring your innocence, your trusting, and your loving. Those energies come through, and they will be there to support this opening and into um, attunement, into a greater attunement, and bringing all those pieces together. Mm-hmm.
And there is some pink in there in the attunement as well.
Mm-hmm.
So, nice.
Yeah, that's a beautiful, beautiful card. All right, Marie, who is one of our new people.
Okay.
Marie is here.
Oh, she got a good one.
Oh boy.
This one's called Dolphin Song. And Dolphin Song is so playful and amazing. It's the numbers 4 and 12. And I do want to read to you because there's some things in here that I want you to hear word for word. I feel a lot of energy in your name, Marie. It's heart energy. Um, so it says, let me whirl you into the stars, Marie, to see the magnificence that you know. Sit beside me in the nothingness to rejuvenate your inner resolve. Swim with me in the ocean depths whose beauty fills the soul. Call to me anytime. You are never alone. So it's like dolphins are at home in so many kinds of frequencies, and you can be with them in each of those. So if it's in the stars in the cosmos, you can be there with them. If you're sitting in meditation, and maybe as like watching the waves of the ocean, and you're just going into this very wonderful place of no thoughts, just being, and that rejuvenates your inner resolve. And they want to just be there with you. Maybe they'll be out in the water, maybe they'll just be sitting next to you. And then it says, swim with me in the ocean depths whose beauty fills the soul. So think of how deep you can go with them. And they are so marvelous. Um, and one other thing here in the message from Dolphin Song, which has its own characteristics, has its own consciousness, it says, my pathway creates a blueprint for infinite creations through unique blends of design, shape, vibration, and consciousness. This would say to me, because I was drawn to that there is a lot of creativity in you, and that this whatever this is bubbling up here now, it's creating a kind of blueprint for you, and how you can move forward into this time that's going to be so powerful. I mean, we have power in November, but by the time we get to January, wow. So we're preparing for that. So you want to really be with Dolphin Song and find out what that's about.
Your color card is Strength in Purple, which is a wonderful card. Purple is here in Dolphin Song as well. And Strength in Purple says regal, commanding, and spiritual.
Whoa, yeah.
Yeah. So this card is here to help you, support you in your new connection with the dolphins and with the different energies that they bring in. And it recognizes that you have this connection already that is that from that purple center of um, being strong in your connection there. So as you work with them, they will recognize that, and you will recognize that. I think you have a lot of fun explorations coming this week.
Wow. And there is purple a little bit in the
Yes.
song too.
Yeah, if you look right there.
Yeah.
Right up there. Yep. All right. Sandra is next.
All right, Sandra. Here we go. Oh boy, I can't remember. Did she get crowned last time?
I don't know.
Because crown is really indicative of coming to a new place in your life. So that number for that one is 10. 10 is a completion number. So it's kind of that crown is going to show you that you've come to a certain point and you're ready to go to the next. And let's just see what it says here. This is your time to be recognized, Sandra. Will you boldly accept the crown of awakening, not as one who stands above others, but as one who shares in the journey of becoming fully present and accepts responsibility for living a unique contribution? You do a unique contribution right here with us, Sandra. The connections that you make with the other people that are here, your heart is so beautiful. And this is the time, just think of it now. You're going to allow yourself to take on the crown. And this crown is about awakening to the next level, the next place that you are being taken by your soul. And of course it means that you're not better than anybody else. You of all people know that. You know your strengths, but you also just really value others. And so this will allow you to have another kind of level of contribution.
Mm-hmm. And your color card is Lesson in Turquoise. It says, say yes to the meaning of your life. So it's saying, here's your crown. Say yes. Say yes. Okay, I can do this. And I love that together. That's what I got. I heard a big say yes.
Say yes, yes. And Sandra, every time I used to get this one, I would say, what do you mean say yes? I've already said yes to what I'm here for. And basically it was, well, step up. You're going someplace else, but it's a little just even more expansive than where you've been.
Yes. Yep. For sure. All right, we just have one, two. We got four more people, and Mia is next.
Okay, Mia. Well, Mia, this one is really fun one. I feel like this one's really coming up now. And it's called Mosaic, and it is also a 10. So it's a completion kind of thing. Let me get into this, but it's like you're weaving a whole new way. Um, So it says, you are a unique tile in the universal mosaic of being. Claim your special beauty even as you allow others to do the same. So we know you, Mia, and we know what a special beauty you have and how you bless people every day, especially with the pictures of your flowers, but also just your beingness. And it says that the created tapestry of form and beingness that comes from and through the source invites you, Mia, to open your heart to that which is different. Welcome beings from this world and beyond. And I really believe we are going to have beings that are coming in. I think they're already here from other places in the universe, but they're going to make themselves known. So maybe you're one of the ones, me, that will welcome them. And welcome beings from this world and beyond, though clothed in unfamiliar form. Listen with understanding, integrating that which resonates to your soul. Such uniqueness weaves into a universal mosaic of being. You are part of helping to weave that universal way of being.
And you have a strength in turquoise. Look
Nice.
how much turquoise is in there. Just a lot. And it's
This is
saying,
lovely.
yeah. And it's saying you're self-responsible, full of integrity, and purposeful. And that kind of, I'm getting support. That is, it's saying we gave you this so that you remember you are so supported, and you know that. But it's saying in being this mosaic, you have what I want to say stood up to the request that you've been given by the universe, and you've stepped up in a way that is celebrating, your integrity, your responsibility, and your ultimate intention, your purpose here. And it's just saying that we celebrate you by reminding you of the mosaic that you are and how important you are right now.
Notice the turquoise in mosaic. It's very prominent.
Mhm. Yeah, for sure. All right. See, John. John is
Oh,
next.
God, John is here. Good.
Mhm.
All right, John. Are you going to connect? Are you going to connect yourself with this is crystalline again. The crystalline beings are waiting for you to connect with them, and their number is 4, 8, and 16, and they have the magenta in there, and they're just. It's kind of like I can see some of them sitting there. Well, you know that way that well, I forget which uh, statue does this, but it's like it's
The
thinking.
thinker. Oh, the thinker, I think.
Thinker, yeah. So this is a time to do some of that, but do it with the crystalline beings, John, because they really want you to be with them and join them in the energy of what's happening now. And you have the ability to really bring that forward. So yes, let's do it.
So I'm giggling just a little bit because I'm getting that he's like crystalline, and then it's like, and all these beings and stuff. What are you talking about? And and this is his lesson in Brown. Own your own worth. In other words,
Ah, yes.
own your own proclivities. You do have gifts that you're just tapping into, and you can be grounded in them, like in the Brown. But it says, you know, it's encouraging you,
It's
own
less.
up to the fact that you have this ability. You are
Is it
very
lesson in Brown?
lesson, yes.
Okay.
You are able to receive messages. You're able to
Yeah.
feel these energies.
Yes.
Allow that to happen. And with the brown, remember, is blue, the blue of the sky. So the sky is, that blue color is all through crystalline. So it's just saying, at some point, admit it and ground it into your being, and ground it through, our grounding procedures, and just say, yes, I am this. I am able to connect with these higher energies. And, I'll let them in as best I can at this time.
I have another thing that I got for you, John, and that is introduce your animals to crystalline. They will absolutely adore this energy.
Oh, yeah. And they are already grounded.
Yeah.
So, yep. Lesson in brown. All right. Our next person is Night Eagle. I don't know if you're still here, but if you are, let us know. And also Redbird B, if you're still here, let us know in the comments. If you would like a reading, I think we'll go ahead and do Night Eagle.
Okay, Night Eagle. That's nice.
Eagle.
Yeah. Well, I get that's dawning.
Mhm.
Dawning. So something's coming up for Night Eagle. This was number 11, which means you've just passed some kind of a threshold. And now that something's coming to you like the dawn. And sometimes we use the word dawning, something's dawning on me. Well, there's something that's coming for you that is a message. And the white in here is extremely important. And the white often means that you're tapping into divine light. Divine light has all of the crystalline colors, all of the colors of the cosmos in there. So there's lots of possibilities in this kind of energy, which is quite intriguing, is the word that I give.
Intriguing.
Yeah.
That's interesting. And your color one card is the strength in indigo.
Wow.
Yeah,
We got some amazing people here.
we do. Indigo is found at the back of your neck here, and it is about tapping into that higher intuitive spirituality, wisdom, and ancient wisdom and knowledge. I don't know if you're native or not, but I'm kind of getting that maybe you are, or you resonate with them, one of the two. And that this is really saying this new dawning that's coming to you is coming to you for a higher purpose, and that your intuitive and ancient wisdom is going to be riding with you this week and trying to communicate messages to you this week. So keep your ears open, keep your intuitive ears open.
And notice that the color that is the complement for indigo is the saffron gold. And that is a very important frequency right now. And it's also saffron, I think of it as gold of the earth, not the kind of gold that we think of that people use to buy things with or whatever, or put in jewelry. But this is saffron that has been created from the earth, and it is part of your it is the balance for your knowing.
Yeah, you're in. Yeah. All right, and Redbird B.
Okay, Redbird B. Let's see here.
BEA. Redbird B.
Oh, I love this one.
Ah.
All right. This one is called
Illumination.
And what this means is that you are here to send your light out. Do you see that light in the center of that? That is showing you the light of the center of the universe, but also the light that's in you. And this is a number 12, which is again, you've gone through some kind of a change or going into higher frequencies. And now you're moving into this place where your light is so bright, it's so wonderful, and it's you are becoming a beacon of light in the world. And here's what it says here: light magnifies light, which magnifies light, which impacts the entire universe. So let your light shine, be.
That's beautiful. Well, your color card is Strength in Lime Green.
Wow.
And there is lime green if you look right in the center around where the light is.
That's lime green in there.
Yeah. And it says lime green is powerful and heart-centered. And this is because lime green is close to the heart, where green is, of course, it's partly that, but it's also partly in the solar plexus. And it's about really shining your light in a way that is powerful, that is compassionate at the same time. Magenta is its balanced color, which is compassion. So in a very compassionate way, you're shining your light out. And this is the energy that's going to be strengthening and following you and being with you this week.
And those, you have some guides and helpers around you. They're very proud of you. They're very grateful to you. So keep up the work. You've been doing wonderful. And just remember to shine that light out there. All right. Well, we are a little bit over time, but boy, we have so much fun. So we want to thank you all for being here, and we want to let you know, gosh, there's stuff in November that's going to be so amazing. Stay tuned, pay attention, and use your color cards and your luminaries as you need to in order to navigate what we're going through. So we will see you next week. Be sure that you've signed up for the newsletter so you can get all the information that we're putting out. Okay, Sandra, yes, shine our lights. Here we go. Bye for now.
Bye.
Whoops, I did the wrong thing here. Hang on. There it is.